Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 66 of Really Fake, and this one is titled Preparing for a Dinner Date. You hummed, pressing your lips together firmly so that you could squash the giant grin that was threatening to take over your face. In his bed? Well, where else did you expect me to sleep? You said in faux exasperation. On the floor? She gave you a look and you chuckled. Yeah, okay. We slept together in his bed. Clothes or no clothes? She interrogated. What do you think? You leered back. I knew it, she whispered in a knowing tone. Boy, you do have been going at it like rabbits. It's been the second time we've hardly been going at it, you replied, halting the conversation as you got to the school gates. Well, I'm just happy you two are getting along, she said with a cheeky smile. Getting along is a massive understatement, he replied with a laugh. But I'm glad to. All thanks to me being an idiot and taking his picture randomly. You should try it sometime. It worked for me. Hard pass, she chuckled. But thanks. You grinned and said your goodbyes to her and then headed for your locker and up to class. Unsurprisingly, you did feel a little sore again from that Sunday's romp. You weren't sure if it was just the tender feeling between your thighs that kept your mind there, but your thoughts that day were consumed by it, constantly revisiting parts of the memory and trying to recreate just how good it had felt at the time. Why is he just so good at everything? I'm pretty damn lucky to have caught such a guy, you thought, as you sat through the first class, idly flicking your pen between your fingers. That afternoon came, and you met Kuroo at the school gates for a walk home. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, you said with a grin as he approached you. Really? Because you've been on my mind all day, he replied calmly. The way he just casually delivered the line made your heart skip multiple beats. Yes, me too. My mind thought you... Sorry, I've been thinking about you. Did I break you? He asked, giving you a smirk as he strolled beside you along the sidewalk. Shut up, you snapped with playful embarrassment. You just took me by surprise. He let out an amused huff of air from his nostrils and kept pace with you. So, dinner date tonight? He commented. Oh no, I completely forgot about that, you said. I've had other things on my mind. He hummed in a seductive voice, indicating that he too also had other things on his mind as well. Okay, we need to focus, you said cheekily, shoving him in the side, to which he smirked and stepped away a bit to keep his balance. I get to meet the infamous Mrs. Happy, he replied with a cheeky grin. Yeah, actually, she heard us talking the other day and she said that she didn't hate me, so that's kind of nice. That's a start, Kuroo said. Glad she didn't take it the wrong way. Same, he said with a smile. But like I said, I'm just happy that her and Pa are getting along. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. Kuroo gave you a soft look and reached his arm around your shoulders. You're a keeper, he said in the most tender voice ever, the softness making you smile down at your feet as you walked. I just love Pa, you replied. I want him to be happy. Once at your door you said goodbye to Kuroo and entered, telling him that you'd see him soon, as he said he would go home, get changed, and then come back to help you with Pa. Hey Pa, I'm home, you called out as you walked inside. There's my sweet pea, he warbled back, and you grinned. You ready for dinner? You asked, finding him in the lounge room in his favourite chair. Been looking forward to it since you mentioned it, he replied, which is just now. I forgot. Golly, I need to get ready. You laughed and helped him up out of the chair. Has Mrs. Happy gone home already, or is she still here? You asked, linking arms with him and walking him to his room. She's already gone home, love, he replied as he ambled beside you. Okay. Well, let's get you looking sharp so that you can knock her socks off, hey? You said as you walked him to his room. I want to knock more than her socks off, Pa replied cheekily. Oh my God, Pa. No, you can't say that, please. If you say that to her, I'll go and have dinner alone with Tit and I won't talk to you for the rest of the night, you gasped, making a joke out of it, but also keeping a little serious undertone. I'll make sure to keep Cocky caged, he added with the same mischief that he held before. Well, at least he's in a good mood and has his game face on for tonight, you thought with a head shake and an amused smile at him. With Pa now dressed and in his semi-right mind, you put on something nice too. You didn't want to be too over the top, but you didn't think rocking up in your usual get-up would be appropriate either, so you put in a little bit of effort. As soon as you were dressed, the doorbell rang and you ran from the room to get it. I got it, Pa, you called out as you thumped down the stairs. Grabbing for the doorknob, you opened it to Kuroo, who had his arm up on the doorframe and was looking down at you with a smirk. He crooned. My Uber Eats meal's here. Stop! You wailed with embarrassment, grinning from ear to ear as you thumped your softly closed fist against his torso. Kuroo chuckled and reached one arm down around your back to pull you into a hug before letting his other arm follow suit, and he picked you up a little as he stepped across the threshold into the house. You ready to go? He asked, looking up to see if he could spot Pa as well. Ready when you are, you replied, finally looking up at him. He grinned and let you go so that he could walk past you and greet Pa. You ready for your dinner date, Pa? He asked the old man. Ah, Tit, you're here, Pa warbled in greeting, trying to get up out of his chair. Kuroo could see he was struggling and walked over to help him up, offering his arm to your grandfather. Good man, Pa grunted as he pulled himself up onto his stiff legs. Okay, ready, set, go, I'll race you to the car. Really? You asked, turning as Pa got up beside you and then past you, still holding on to Kuroo for balance. And there is the end of chapter 66. Stay tuned for chapter 67 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.